Welcome, 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 trivalent beings of spirit, mind, and body. Time for the Ask Doc Alkebulanese Solutions show, sponsored by Prometheus Reborn Universal Foundation, also known as Proof. Its mission is to spread the trivalent understanding noetics, featuring stand-up philosophy that includes anthropology, psychology, biology, metaphysics, medicine, psychodrama, comedy, and music through a genre called edutainment, educating while entertaining, coined by KRS-One. The host of this wonderful show is Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle Woods, RN, MD, MED-D1, and myself, co-host, Dr. Hamida Rockman Woods, MED, PhD, MED-D2. Well, we're so happy to be back with you in this 2025 year. I have the PH.
I have the M.
We
both have D's. That makes us Doc Squared.
The title of the day's show is Purpose and Its Opposite.
Ah, yes. But first, we have to talk a little bit about the Hip Hope Trio Plus. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all know we do this thing called Hip Hope. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be in discussion. That's us. Mm-hmm. That's us doing the do all the way through. Mm-hmm. As Mckinley Tate III, also known as Mick Beats, right there in the first with the orangish hat on. And right next to him is KK. Mm-hmm. And right next to her is her sister Shelly K. And right next to her, sitting down right there in the middle, is me. Right next to my wife, who's on the end. Yes, indeed. We need to talk to Karamu's director about performance. He has had a death in his family, and he's dealing with those things. But sometime within the next 7 days, we're going to discuss performances there. There's also at least 2 other places. One, my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, at Charles Sumner High School. We need to go there and do a concert. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to them about that. Also, I just now found a old friend, and I do mean that. I was 14, he was 15 when we met each other, who's operating a organization that tries to teach people their purpose, which he and I have been talking about since we first met each other. Mm-hmm. I was 14, he was 15. Mm-hmm. Next, Jabo, organization right here in Cleveland that was honoring elders. That's us, y'all. You see right there in the back? In the corner, that's me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tallest one right there in the center. Mm-hmm. And there's my wife right on the side of me. Yeah. And boy, we were killing it. Now, I had a discussion with them that I was surprised and shocked. It was about the name of the continent where our ancestors came from. It was called Alkebulan by our ancestors. That means the land of the people. The Second Punic War between Rome and it wasn't Sparta. It was Rome and
it's right. I see it.
Oh God, Alkebulan. I can't think of the name of the country, but Rome and Carthage. That's it.
I was about to say where Hannibal from.
Exactly. Yeah. I knew Hannibal, but yeah, Carthage. The Second Punic War was won by Rome, and the Roman general who won was named Scipio Africanus. Mm-hmm. And they decided to name the whole continent after him. Mm-hmm. The Romans did. Mm-hmm. When the Romans went on to take over Europe, they taught this name for that continent to the English, the French, the Germans, and everybody else in Europe who did not have a written language until the Romans taught them the language that Alkebulanese had taught Rome. We did that. They understood it. Not last. This past week we had strange calls, but we always have strange calls because I'm a strange guy. This week we had a call from Who's Who, the magazine.
Specifically Marquise Who's Who.
Yeah, Marquise Who's for Skippy. They were the first person to put out Who's Who. Mm-hmm. And they decided that I should be in Who's Who. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. Marquise Who's Who. Dear Quay Carlisle Woods, ain't but a doctor number. Congratulations on the Marquise Who's biographical listing. We're glad that you've taken this important step on your journey in professional networking and personal branding. And forget all the rest of it, just yada, 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 yada. They've been around since 1899. Wow. Woo-wee. We are excited about our more recent initiatives to expand our suite of services, which allow distinguished professionals to develop the most sterling online identities. That's what they're trying to create for me, a sterling online identity. Yada, yada, yada. And we would like everybody out there who watches our show to understand that I need to be nominated by them to do a TED Talk on the trivalent understanding noetics. Mm-hmm. TED has received some words from some people saying, Doc Woods needs to be on y'all talk. Y'all need to have him on there. We need some more people to echo that sentiment. And please, call Ted and tell him it's time.
I think that picture is there. It gives you the link to where to go. Oh, it's missing. Okay, thank you.
All right, we will follow up with that with y'all later. Come on.
Yeah, we got time.
Ted's real easy. And now, believe it or not, I'm going to turn this show over to my wife.
Wow. Well, we just came from holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Well, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and New Year. Mm-hmm. Hanukkah was around the same time as well this year. And we want to share a little bit about using your purpose. Starting with Kwanzaa. Dr. Maulana Karenga created Kwanzaa in 1966 to be the first Pan-African holiday. Karenga said his goal was to give blacks an alternative to existing holiday and giving blacks an opportunity to celebrate themselves and history rather than simply imitate the practice of the dominant society. So what you see is what he terms Ngusu Saba, which means in Swahili, 7 principles of African heritage, beginning with umoja, which is unity, striving for and maintaining unity in the family, community, nation, and race. 2,
Kuja Chakalia.
yeah,
I love
my
to
husband
say it.
loves to say
I
that.
do.
Kuja Chakalia, self-determination, defining ourselves, naming ourselves, creating for ourselves, and speaking for ourselves. Number 3, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Number 4, Ujama, cooperative economics. 5, Nia, which is purpose. 6, Kuumba, creativity. Number 7, Imani, faith. And so with those 7 principles, Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle Woods has arranged the 7 principles in Ngusu Saba.
Hold on one second. Could I just add an interjection?
Sure.
When I first looked at these principles, I realized how important each one of them was. But unfortunately, each one of them was kind of weakened because it was not really attached very well to each other. They were isolated paradigms. And I did not think that any isolated paradigm was ever going to be as effective as a paradigm that was joined. It's an and thing.
And he didn't really want, from what I've read, he really didn't want everyone to take it as gospel in this order. He was just giving them the principles and to encourage them to take them and apply them in a way that would be effective. And so Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle Woods, my wonderful husband, decided to do so. So he has arranged them in a more effective order. If we have that slide, I'd like for it to come up. Yes.
And boy, I never saw me in that picture.
All right. So the picture that you see is us being enstewed, one of the events of our enstewment as Nkosohini and Nkosohima. And you see our names underneath the picture.
Right, but I got a long name. Nana Nkosohini Kwaku Amwa.
And mine is Nana Nkosohima Akusua Awa. And so they have been arranged in a more effective way, and I'm going to let my husband explain that.
Okay. First one, purpose. If you do not have a joined purpose, why are you together? If you do not have a goal that you are reaching for, what is the purpose of y'all getting together?
Ashe.
So the first
As a
thing
community.
that needs to be established is purpose. Why are we doing this?
Ashe.
What are we trying to do? Number two, faith. Because once you have a purpose, you need the belief that that purpose can be accomplished. And that's where faith comes in. Visualizing your purpose through faith puts spiritual energy to work. Third one is moja, unity, because once you have defined a purpose and you put your spirit to work on accomplishing that purpose, automatically you become more united both in your purpose and faith. Next after that is creativity, because after you have purpose and faith to accomplish it, your unity needs to be demonstrated creatively. Music, dancing, poetry,
Sewing.
storytelling. All of these creative things use spirit, mind combined with body to create a trivalent force. That's what creativity accomplishes. After creativity, collective work and responsibility. Because in order to make that creativity function, you're going to have to put it together and work on it together, collectively. Next, Kujichakalia! Self-determination. Once you put all the rest of these paradigms in front of Kujichakalia, Kujichakalia becomes a done thing.
You have something to work with.
Yes, you are self-determined because of the 6 principles before it. Last is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Now, if you do all the rest of the 6, you're going to have cooperative economics. It is unavoidable. So we go with Dia, Imani, Umoja, Kuumba, Ujima, Kujichakalia, and Ujamai. Okay, no, Ujama. Ujima and Ujama. Okay, that's I'm confusing those two. Okay, but in that order, it spells the most effective way of ordering the Kwanzaa principles for maximum effect. And it should result from the order that we had above. Automatically, if the first four are done in order, you will have the rest of the three following behind it. Nana Karenga used that ancestral grift to create this holiday. We have to use those same ancestral principles to make it more effective.
Yes.
May your holidays be prosperous, rewarding, and connective, linking you with rewarding experiences and enabling ancestors.
So now let's go to purpose. I want to define it by the Oxford Dictionary,
All right.
and that slide should be there. Okay, is that slide there?
Is it? Oh, yeah. There it is.
Oh, well, purpose. It's hard to see, so let me go here.
There it is.
Yes, that's the next slide after that. There was one that just said purpose, but that's all right. It's missing. But purpose from the Oxford Dictionary relates to a reason, intention, etc. And so what I decided to do is compare it to the Swahili and to the Twi language. Dr. Karenga applied Swahili, East Alkebulanese language to define the 7 principles. Purpose in Swahili is nia, meaning goal, determination, purpose. The Akan used the Twi language, which is a bridging language across all Alkebulan, and it is translated, purpose is translated into Twi as botai.
Bochai.
Bochai has the same meaning as the Swahili. It entails synonyms like aim, goal, objective, intention, mission, plan. Akan spirituality belief through the teachings of the Aishe Culture Center taught by Dr. Kwa David Whitaker,
Right.
was Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle was RN MD Met D1's mentor. He says it is when we come into this reality. We came with 4 separate spiritual paradigms taught by Dr. Anthony J. Mensah, educator, master.
At the direction of Nana Akua Operabia,
Yes.
who was the chief priestess.
Yes. And there's 4 parts of the being. I'm going to name them. I hope I have a slide, but if it's missing, then, but I will name them. Emojia is body / blood from your mother's father's side of the family. Intoro is father's side of the family, which gives you your spiritual personality. Sun Sun is your spiritual purpose from your mother's side of the family. Okra is your cosmic advancing spirit. It is the direct connection between you and the Most High. Your Mojia leads you there. Your okra leads you there. Your Mojia is the body. We are specifically starting with the first Sunday of January with purpose, which is Nia, Swahili for purpose, and Sun Sun, Twi for purpose, Twi for purpose, which is pronounced Botai. For the whole month, we have started with Sun Sun, your mother's side of the family, who comes to assist you with your purpose. Botai. And your mother's side of the family, we suggest that you research your soon part of being to confirm your purpose for being in this existence. And these are the things we suggest for you to do. Find out, what did your mother's mother do or specialize in? For example, mine was a self-taught piano player and taught it to her eldest son. So she was their first teacher. Mothers usually are. And my husband's soon is?
My soon is my Annie Roan, my mother's mother family, and they were educators. My great aunt, Josie, was principal at Sumner High School in St. Louis.
Okay, so then the next thing we suggest for you to find out, what is your mother's people known for? My mother's father's people were Alkebulanese / Native American hybrids who educated Alkebulanese groups. For example, post-slavery, they taught people how to build towns, Alkebulanese, across America, and her mother was independent living trainer, taught other people just how to do the simple things that need to be done, cleaning up, finding food, etc., and teacher. Now, for my libation for my soon, my husband has suggested to me and to all those who would listen to pick 3 words to describe your soon. And my soons are the butlers / swang, and they are the master aides, teachers, and educators.
Okay, I apologize.
You want to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, libation to soon. Doc suggests picking 3 one-word descriptions. Master aides, teachers, and educators. How many words is that?
Oh. So let me correct this then. I'm going to correct this.
Okay.
Because I'm still learning you all, and I'm having a wonderful time doing it. Aides, teachers, and educators.
There you go.
All right now. Doc has shared over and above this. One of the primary challenges to finding and executing our purpose is fear, which we often experience as hatred of a thing we fear. We have a song that tells you all about it by Global Entertainment called Stop the Hate.
Absolutely. We're going to do that right now.
Hate is a flame that consumes my humanity and the humanity of anyone I direct hate at. Hate is a twisted lens that warps all reality.
I will extinguish the fires of hate with the cooling, soothing waters of filial love.
Filial love is brotherly love. It is the love that exists when you realize that you're related to another through a permanent, unbreakable bond, through a stronger, larger, more important group. Family, gang, culture, race, as a sample of humanity, or as an example of life itself. We are all related.
Yeah. I'm with G the Fiddler. And we gon' stop the hate. Yeah. 1, 2, look, it's time to man up, stand up, face up, hands up. Misleading all the children with your fears, we understand, bruh. Society made you this way, that's how you shift the blame, huh? I get it, it's probably just the way that you was raised up. But this time it's different, time to give that grace up to yourself for the most high and be the one to spread love. An example for the next generation, that's what you also stop all the hate. Cause it's time for us to play our part, what part they ask every time the Fiddler hit the stage. So you know my stuff, I'm always promoting that stop the hate, no procrastination, no debating. That's how I'm feeling, so listen, pay attention. No, I ain't preaching. Education got me on them teachings, got me on them healing. Enabling every last one of my siblings. We all from God, it's time to build so we can beat the odds. Start the love, stop the hate so we can rise above.
It can kill your body and soul. It can turn your heart to cold. Everything you go through, you must grow. So you'll be able to stop the hate and make the world a better place for all the future race. Did you know that you can start today? Stop the hate.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas. Like Black Eyed Peas said, boy, I got a feeling that the world needs a lyrical spiritual healing for the people to love and not hate it or fear it. Now please bless me with the talents to reach the spirit, so I can penetrate the mind and all its egotistics. They help me listen more and I only just hear it, cause I know we all equal and we'll all inherit all the blessings of life if we only live it. Let's fill up the world with some better places. Might as well get it in for the future races. Wouldn't it feel so good being a generation to inspire peace upon the future nations? Imagine eliminating all the petty hatred and getting back to the basics, yeah, where the faith is. But first, stop the hate.
It can kill your body and soul. It can turn your heart to cold. Everything you go through, you must grow. So you'll be able to stop the hate and make the world a better place for all the future race. Did you know that you can start today?
Let me holler at my third eye world close with precision and painting perfect pictures to new dimensions in your lenses so everybody can see the vision. Pay close attention to verbal conversations that's getting heated, all across the nation. We got the power to focus on a decision, spoken through politicians, speaking out loud throughout the competition. The world been ready for change, ain't no escape from the stain, left from the shackles and chains that they forgot to mention. We overcame every obstacle that was laid, prophesied through the brazen documentation of our Dr. King. He had a dream that we all came to the bold. Up in 40 years since the start, I think it's time to let your voices ring. Pick up your voice and let freedom ring through the notes. Everybody can vote and take a stand on what we all believe. The time has come to be brave, stand by the king, it is great. Embrace the road that was paved and let your conscience breathe. Although the man gave his life just like our Lord Jesus Christ, all that we bought with a price they didn't have to pay. The crucifixion with death, child, and submission, the world still wouldn't listen, and you wonder why we need to pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
You already know.
Stop it. Okay. Ulysses Dickinson! Ulysses! We
Happy
went to
to
her
see
birthday
you.
party this past weekend. She had a hell of a party.
She is such a joy. She
She
is.
is.
Hold on. Stop the press.
All right.
What?
I wasn't invited to her birthday party. Shame on you.
Oh,
Yulise.
we don't know how that
really.
happened.
I don't know how
We really
that happened. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You're
I meant
right.
to play this sound.
Aw.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it
you
was.
do.
She spread her joy as she always does.
Yes, she did.
That Wednesday child.
Woo, woo. She's cool. Yes, indeed.
Yes, she is. And we also want to thank Tamiko Holder. She chimed in, or she shared.
Yes.
And so did Darren Jones.
Hot
Shared
dog.
as well. Yeah.
That's KK, right?
That's KK.
All right then.
Oh yeah, Tamiko and Deron Jones. Give it up for me.
Yes, indeed. Bow, 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 bow. That's a good thing. Problems. Y'all surprised me. I'm so sorry. You're right. She said, Yuli said, yes, we did, and we meant to.
We
See
did.
there?
We surprised her.
That's all right. I forgive you.
Thank you so much.
Just keep on making the world laugh.
Yeah.
She does that.
Oh,
She does that very well. Okay, let's take a look at Hate. Mark Scott, great song, Doc Squared. Orange.
Hey.
Okay.
So glad you joined us.
Yes, indeed. Great song, Doc Squared. Oren.
Yeah.
Ah, Lord bless him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oren's one of our legal advisors.
Yes.
Let's put it like that. But we're going to move on now. We had Stop the Hate. Hate is one of the greatest challenges that human beings. Wait a minute. Okay.
Oh, she has another party tomorrow, Mick.
And she said,
Thursday
pull up,
at
Mick.
7 p.m. at
Burger to Beer Salon.
Solon.
And Solon.
Oh, Solon.
I just passed that today. Burgers to Beers in Solon. Today.
Okay. And she said, pull up, Mick.
All right now.
Uh-huh. And Mark said, of course. That's Oren. Okay. I don't know why it seems to be so many different barriers to me moving on to the next section. I'm going to do it anyway. There is a whole slew of problems that I identify that stop people from their purpose. Hate, major one. But hate comes from fear. And fear comes from ignorance. I am maybe 3 years old, and I feared snakes and spiders. Now, my mother taught me to read when I was about 1. I'm serious. So I'm reading books, and I am the youngest child at the bookmobile every time it parks right next to our house. And I'm the first one in line to go out there when I'm 3 years old because I want to get a book about snakes and spiders because I was frightened of them. I got onto the bookmobile, told the library lady, the bookmobile woman, what I wanted, and she directed me straight to a picture book that talked about spiders and snakes. And I found out, well, there's only 2 spiders I need to worry about, and it's only about 3 snakes I need to worry about, and none of them are in my area. My ignorance of that made me fearful. And soon as that ignorance was eliminated, so did the fear. Now, ignorance has, parents. Things that cause ignorance, things that produce ignorance. And one of the main things that produces ignorance is something called stupidity. Ignorance means you don't understand. Stupid means you don't want to understand. No. Now, unfortunately, Europeans have a problem with this because they were primarily ruled by the Roman Catholic Church for about 500-600 years. And during that 500-600 years, the Roman Catholic Church taught Europeans to reject knowledge, to reject understanding, to reject learning, because the Roman Catholic Church, this is in your documents, Roman Catholic Church said if it don't come from us, it's not good. If it comes from Alkebulan, it's evil. If it comes from China, it's probably satanic. The Roman Catholic Church made it a crime to use, get ready y'all, reason. The Roman Catholic Church said that it is a crime against God to use reason. They said no, revelation is the only way that you should use your mind to erect logic. And of course, the Roman Catholic Church controlled all revelation. Mm-hmm. This was another means of assuring control of Europeans by the Roman Catholic Church, who knew they were lying, who understood they were deceiving humanity, who regularly looked in their basement at their vaults of their pictures of Yeshua ben Joseph. His name wasn't Jesus, and he looked like me. Looked just like me. You don't believe me? The Russian premier, Vladimir Putin, he released those same paintings and pictures, and they looked like me. These were the first representations of Yeshua ben Yosef. His name wasn't Jesus again. Jews didn't have a J in their alphabet until the 20th century. His name, if he existed, would have been Yeshua ben Yosef. Mm-hmm. And they had pictures of this person that was sent from Alkebulan, where he grew up at. And in each one, he was shown to be an Alkebulanese. And the Roman Catholic Church knew that. They understood that. And they decided, no, Europeans would not worship somebody who was of a different race. They would only worship somebody who looked like them. So they changed Yeshua. And they taught Europeans, do not believe any of the things that you hear coming out of Alkebulan. It's all a lie. No, it was the truth, and they knew it. And they were trying to get people to believe lies. Ignorance. Ignorance is not acceptable. It's not okay. It's not all right. It's not cool. Humanity can never accept ignorance and be godly. Mm-hmm. You can't grab on to not understanding and expect to be in line with a being who understands all things. Mm-hmm. Now, you cannot accept ignorance and be godly. Supreme being by any name or language is an ungodly paradigm. Supreme being by any name or language. I use this and I abbreviated it as sub-banal. S-B-B-A-N-O-L. Supreme being by any name or language. Because we go into real fits over a different name for a God. Mm-hmm. We expect everybody to use the same language. Mm-hmm. We expect everybody to use the same symbols. We expect everybody to know. That's being stupid. That's ignoring the fact that every country has their own language, generally.
Sure.
And in that country, there were maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or more different languages, for which each language has a different name for their supreme being. Okay? God is knowing, power, understanding, creativity, and the very best of all of life and living, which God orders and controls through energies and frequencies that resonate with the same best in every art, science, or historic adventure. For most people, being their very best means they are closer to their supreme being, by whatever name or language that supreme being is known. Being ignorant of anything is the diametric opposite of a supreme being by any name or language. Accepting ignorance, I have termed stupidology. Accepting ignorance is denying godhood. And it's denying understanding. It is ungodly. Any anti-supreme being is stupidity. Mm-hmm. What do we do about ignorance and stupidity? Well, the first thing we do is fight ignorance and call out stupidity. We just elected a man to be the leader of this country who is one of the most ignorant people I have ever seen, heard, or thought about. And he is openly stupid. Mm-hmm. He openly refuses understanding. He openly refuses knowledge. He openly refuses history. He openly refuses science. He openly refuses everything that is real. Mm-hmm. Trivalent understanding, noetics. That is about understanding you. Y-O-U, which of course stands for your own understanding. And you need to make time in your living mm-hmm. to find you. If you do not devote time in your living to your own understanding, you're ignoring God. You're saying, I don't want to be like God. Mm-hmm. I don't want to understand things. And I don't think I should.
And you I don't want to take responsibility for me.
Yeah. You are limiting yourself. God didn't do it. You did. Mm-hmm. And you have to take responsibilities mm-hmm. for what you do to you, especially to limit you. I never understood why no time was ever devoted to your own understanding while I was a child. Again, my mother jacked me up because soon as I was born, she was in her last year of nursing school. She was studying her principles of nursing, anatomy and physiology, and psychology. Those were the main subjects that she was reading. And every time I had to nurse at her breast, I would be on her breast and a book would be in the other hand. And she would be reading from the book and taking her finger across the page to let me know where the words were and trying to explain to me what they meant. This was her way of learning nursing. But this is also teaching me reading. Mm-hmm. I am weeks old and I am learning to read.
Such a blessing.
And I'm also learning nursing, anatomy and physiology, and psychology. By the time I was 5 years old, I had learned nursing, anatomy and physiology, and psychology. And I thought that was what I was supposed to be doing. I thought that was what every human being was supposed to be doing, learning them. Again, my mother jacked me up. Because I went to school expecting to be taught myself, and nothing was further from the truth. I went to school expecting to be taught how I function, how I worked, any problems in my functioning, and what those problems may be, and what those solutions to those problems may be. This is what I expected. No. They were trying to teach me things I already understood, what letters were, what sounds they make, and how to read. They were trying to teach me things that I had gone past many years before. I told everybody that I'm strange. This is one of the major reasons why. I start school at a time when most children are trying to learn letters, how to read, numbers, and animals. Maybe some shapes. Nope. I already learned that by the time I was 1. I learned all those before I turned 2 years old. And by the time I was 3, I was looking for more things to learn. I told you I was strange. But unfortunately, none of my desires to learn me was ever gratified. And they didn't talk about it in school. They didn't talk about it at church. They didn't talk about it at home. They didn't talk about it in the streets. They didn't talk about it nowhere. So I kept trying to find it, couldn't get it. Trying to find it, couldn't get it. Trying it, couldn't get it. And we got a song all about that. And it's called, appropriately, Can't Get.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
When you're going through this thing called life, you're going to have a great number of opportunities, and you're going to have some challenges. In those opportunities and those challenges, you may not be able to get everything that you want, but you should always try to get what you need.
You can't always get what you want.
No, you can't.
You can't always get what you want.
No,
You can't always get what you want.
but you know, try sometime. You just might find get what you need. Now we're all here for the celebration, trying to find out how to learn from my imagination, finding truth, my only liberation. Yeah, 'cause you can't always get what you want. You can't
Always get what you want. Always get what you want.
But try sometime. You just might find what you need. So we find ourselves without the spirit, trying with mind and body just to feel it. We train, then work to make our money. Without purpose, we're feeling kind of funny. And not the ha-ha kind. 'Cause you can't always get what you want. No, you really can't. Can't always get what you want. No, it can't always get try sometime. You just might find get what you need. I tried this tune thing, it taught me the way I say no fooling. Now believe what you want, it's your decision. But I know the way without collision. 'Cause you can't always. No, 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 no. Sometimes get it that way. You sometimes can't get it any other way, but you can. And I try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. You get what you need. You get what you need.
Wow.
Right. Oh, we love that animation by the Kendall twins, artist and Matthew Jr. Yeah.
Matt Jr.
Yeah, Matt Jr.
We want to say hi to the Matt Sr. and to Carla. Anything happens with her.
Yeah. Everything goes with Carla.
That's what her name of her program, Anything Goes. And we want to thank all of our other families.
Mm-hmm. And we would like for everyone that has joined us live to type in your comment the next time we have our introduction to the Trivalent Understanding. And what I want you to type in is January free introduction, just abbreviated, free intro to tune, capital T, period, capital U, period, capital N, period.
Trivalent Understanding Noetics. We're giving a free introduction.
January the 13th, it's a Monday at 5 p.m.
Next Monday, 5 p.m.
Yes, and that's our way of you are assisting us in passing on that information. So if y'all can type that in for us, we appreciate it.
And you can call us to pre-schedule. Or you can just show up at 11014 Reservoir Place Drive.
Alrighty. What else did we need to share that we didn't have a slide for? Okay.
I think that's just about it, baby.
That's it.
And our show is now, it's 8:55. We got 5 minutes.
I remember homework, you all. Homework. Next time we see you, or you don't even have to wait till next time. You could type this in now too in the comment. 3 things about your mother's people. 3 things using one word. 3 one-word description about your your mother's people. All right? Because we like to educate here.
And that is where your purpose comes from.
Yes.
You should be practicing views and images of your purpose all this month. We're taking the 7 principles of Kwanzaa and we're practicing each one in the order that we arranged them, one of them a month. And we're going to see what the end of this year brings out.
Again, free intro to capital T, period, capital U, period, capital N, period, Trivalent Understanding Noetics. January the 13th, it's a Monday at 5 p.m.
And again, we can change how you function from top to bottom in 133 seconds. This isn't something that takes all day.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So that's it, I think.
That's it.
So as I close the show, and we normally do, we always wish you peace, which stands for proper education always corrects errors.
Love y'all.
Pump that pinky.
Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Well, I am tired a little bit differently. I'm dressed as Baba Amwa. If you would like more of your own understanding, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And go to the sites that we have listed around us. The Most High is good.
And the ancestors are kind.
Thanks
for having us on your minds.
Peace.